Ouch, man, I get fucking bit real good, like, yay. What's going up, Penny? How you doing? How you doing? Been very busy today, so this live stream is going to be a little wonky, but just a lot of stuff's been going on the past, I say 48 hours, 72 hours. Man, I've been busy as hell. Give me 1 second, guys and gals. I'll be right back. Oh, I did this wrong. Oh, crap. I changed my car and key ring around to make it a little easier on myself here, so that, there we go. Okay, so that's the lock. That's that, and that's how that's supposed to go. Okay. I'll be right back, everybody. Give me a moment, like always. Well, at least the car is still running, so that's a good sign. Yeah, sorry guys. This has been a very, very busy 48 to 72 hours for me. There's just been a lot of stuff going on, guys. Videos I planned on doing, unfortunately, I've had to put off to the side and put on the back burner for a while. There's just so much stuff going on that you know, I'm pretty much focused on doing certain things. And if you can't tell, I'm inside my current vehicle. I had a good buddy of mine come over and literally like almost ripped the entire engine apart. And he discovered that there's potentially a cross connection. There's a module that controls the cooling fan on the engine. And whatever resources him and I had, he basically tore the electrical system apart to the best of his ability and tested some of the connections and found that there's a couple cross connections and weird shit, that the car's not grounded properly. That's why the fan keeps running. I mean, the windows open and close on the car now, which is great. You know what I mean? If I turn the car off right now, the fan doesn't run anymore. The fan doesn't run. And it's not because he disabled it, but it's because of the bad wiring that was in the car. And he still has a lot of work to do. And what's good is this. This was the most important part, the security in the car. That now all the doors and the windows function properly. There are a couple fuses. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? But at least this works. So him and I got into a big debate where he's like, dude, I don't want you selling your car. Don't go through all that stuff. Let's figure out what's going on. You know, we went to AutoZone to go get some stuff. Thank you very much. I appreciate that sentiment. I believe in our Lord and Savior. You know, I'm not going to exactly label myself as a Catholic or Christian or a pagan, because I do wear pagan symbology based on my roots, but I believe in something bigger than myself. I always did. I always did. And by the way, I'm trying to cut down on the Red Bulls, drinking on things late at night, man. I'm trying to stop that. Cheers, everybody. Some seltzer water. Yeah, him and I had a big... me and my friend had a... or my friend and I, in proper English, had a big debate as to what my plans are here with this car. And he's like, dude, I don't want you selling your fucking car. You're out of your mind. You know? And I don't want you spending all that money on mechanics. Let me take a look at it. You know, we'll talk later on. But there are clearly electrical issues with the car. And he already found a couple cross connections that he fixed. I mean, the fan doesn't run anymore, which is good. The headlights work fine now. The doors are opening and closing. The door locks now with the remote on my key, which is great. Now, the sunroof is disabled. I would still have to get the operating arm for the hatch. I've disabled the hatch myself, pulling the fuses out. I actually got brand new fuse kits right here, just for the car's computer. So it's gonna take some time, man. It's really gonna take some time and effort and all that stuff and patience. But you know, he's trying to convince me to save my money and don't spend my money. Keep your money. You worked hard for it. Why are you gonna? But man, I saw this beautiful Volkswagen on Carvana for like $9,500. It's gorgeous. And he's like, dude, you're a big guy. You're 6'1", and you're talking about getting a sedan. What are you, crazy? You know, stick with the car you got, man. Let me take a look at it, please. Shut the fuck up. Move out of my way and let me look at your car. And that's exactly what he did. You know, I'm lucky I got the friends I got. You know? I'm very, very lucky that I got the friends I got. But he said something very similar to what the inspection station said that's here in town, that I should drive the car for a little bit just to make sure that the engine, or that the computer and the car's electrical system, you know, can hold a circuit, or whatever explanation he gave me. It was very similar to what Speedy. I have a place called Speedy here that does car inspections and tire, you know, they fix busted tires, pop tires, all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, he said something very similar to what the inspector said. I was like, holy shit. So, you know, when you get it from two different sides like that. But he was basically like, just get the fuck out of the way. Let me do what I got to do, you know, and all that kind of thing. But he had to go take care of his personal affairs. So I'll probably see him again tomorrow or during the week. Tomorrow's Bayern Munich versus PSG. So I'm going to drive the car around here a little bit. At least right here where I have the gear shift. I mean, this is automatic transmission, but where I got the stick, the lights are actually lit up now. That wasn't happening before. So there are some changes that happen fairly quickly with the car. But he was telling me to drive it around a little bit just to make sure. And And I really should put air in the tires too to balance the car, because the I can feel the car's a little out of whack. But yeah, all the rattling and all that stuff I was hearing before, I don't hear now. Some of the emergency lights that were lit on the car are off, but the 3 error lights for the ABS pump, the cruise control, and the tire monitor are down. Or not the cruise control, oh, I didn't even test the cruise control. Oh shit. Because I changed the module myself by pulling the airbag out. And this should all be lit up on my dash as well, but unfortunately it's not. So, and that's just one of many electrical problems that he said he found in the car. That most likely, you know, there was a bad connection with the cooling fan module, and just all sorts of fucked up wiring that he found. And like I said, what he did right now just to get the car to move, it's not rattling, it's not doing any of that stuff. I don't hear the fan going like it normally would. There's my boy T's car right there. But he's telling me I need to drive it for a few miles just to make sure the car holds a charge. I just might go to the gas station there and put some air in my tires. But it drives. But because unfortunately the registration is out, you know, I really don't want to go too far out of town, but at least if there's an emergency, my car works. So that's a good thing. I got that going for me. Take your victories where you can get them, folks. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. At least the damn car works. But I pulled all the ridiculous political stickers off my car, finally. I just got to take a little bit of Goo Gone or WD-40 and clean all the residue off. I don't want no political shit on my car anymore. So, you know, things are slowly working themselves out. But I definitely I can feel I got to fill up the tires on this car, man. This thing is riding all sorts of fucking wobbly. You can tell when your car's been sitting there for a while. You know, if you're an experienced driver and you know your vehicle, I could tell like this car is kind of like leaning towards my 2 o'clock here on the passenger front right. But yeah, he was debating with me. You're out of your fucking mind. What are you what are you doing? I don't want you to sell your car. That's stupid. Don't do that. Let me see what I can do. And here I am doing my thing. And she drives. She drives pretty decent. You know what I didn't test? The horn. Yeah, the horn still doesn't work. So that's something I'm going to have him look at when he's got time. But tomorrow's another day. But like I said, this is a victory because this is a victory I'm willing to take. Because if, God forbid, there's an emergency or something like that, at least the car drives. And it does feel a little bit smoother, albeit the tires are a little low. I might have to change some fuses out. We're going to go through that. I'm going to have to print out a nice big diagram of the 2 computers for the car. Just all in good time. You know, believe me, I've learned throughout my experience that when you get put through hell or you got some things going on, Sometimes everything in baby steps. The best things come to those who wait. At least I can drive. At least I can drive it if there's an. Ah, shit! Somebody's at the pump station. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait. What was I just saying? There you go. I was just talking about waiting, and now I gotta wait. Well, once again, everybody watching this live stream, thank you very much again for your continued support. I really appreciate it. You know, little by little, everything tends to work itself out in some form or another. I'll take my victories where I can get them. You know, at least I can drive the car. That's something. But, you know, like I said, my friend was telling me, like, you're out of your mind. Why are you going to buy a new car for? Let me see what I can do with your electrical system. It's definitely it's something with the battery. There's a bad connection. Now, I know that the mechanic, the last time when I went to get my car inspected, there was an electrical problem, and I remember that because I just found the paperwork today when he was sifting around my engine here. He put this brass connector for the battery terminals on there, and my friend said, do you realize that this thing is cracked? So he did, you know, a Rube Goldberg on it for now until we buy new terminals to replace them for the batteries, so or connectors. So my plan to sell this car may be a wash after all. We'll see. We shall see, folks. Right now, everything's wait and see. But yeah, I'm not sure when I'm gonna upload my next review or anything like that, ladies and gentlemen. It's because there's so much shit going on behind the scenes with this automobile. At least I'm able to drive it. You know what I mean? So I got this going on. You know, there's a lot of other stuff I really don't want to get into because today was a pretty good but busy day, keeping me occupied. I got my recent eBay orders out. I'm expecting more stuff to come in the mail tomorrow and Wednesday. But because of all the stuff that I've been doing off camera, I've been pretty busy even today. You know, like I said, I had him rooting around inside my car's engine for a couple hours. You know, we went to AutoZone to get, you know, whatever part it was that, you know, he needed and all that kind of stuff. We were routing around in there, but definitely the electrical system is no good. But certain lights are on that weren't on before, and so it's a slow process. But he told me I clearly need to drive this car to see what happens. But the fan, if I turn off the car, the fan doesn't run anymore. The cooling fan for the engine is what was draining my car's battery. And it starts right up. Kaboom. Look at that. But there are still a lot of electrical issues. He thinks it's a faulty ground wire or a fault along the electrical system somewhere, that maybe a connection came loose. But we'll see. Jesus, how many guys does it take to fucking fill up a tire? Man, but I saw this beautiful Volkswagen on Carvana for like $9,000 plus shipping. You know, I think my buddy is trying to fix this car. I think he got insulted by the offer. German engineering, man. What's going on, Biggie? Yeah, dude. I offered him $1,000 cash for the car. He's like, go fuck yourself. You know, more or less. I mean, he didn't say it directly, but you know, he told me, you don't need to sell your car, man. I think that's fucking dumb. Don't sell your car. You don't need a new car. It takes time to figure out what's going on. So, like I said, he took apart, you know, the engine in the car, or at least some of the electrical system in the car, and found that there was a couple faults, and he went through everything and started doing whatever it was. I don't know electric, guys. I know I'm kind of like talking out of my ass here, but like I said, hey, the freaking remote for my car key works. The cooling fan on the car isn't running anymore, because that was the original problem. I had to disable the lights. I pulled the fuses out for the cabin for now. Oh, here, finally. Okay, Pinky. Give me a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I hope you folks are having a fantastic night. So, well, now the question is, did I prematurely sell all those baseball cards? If this dude's fixing this car like the way he is, I don't know. Damn, these tires are fucking bad. Oh my god. They're like at 20 something. Jesus, folks, all of that. 25 pounds per square inch. Still, oh shit. There we go. Oh my god, my tire pressure on all my tires so far is like 22 pounds per square inch, when they should be like 45. Holy crap. Oh, Jesus. God damn. God, give me a break. Finally. God damn, that sucks. I should vacuum this thing out too, but I'll do that at another time because I know this fella, he's gonna come in here like your typical run-of-the-mill grease monkey. You see how bad my tires were? Holy cow, man. Whew. That's because, like I said, I wasn't lying. I had I haven't driven a car like I normally would. It's been sitting in limbo, except for, tonight. Oh, man. Boy, that sucked. Let's get my ass out of here. Oh, yeah, I can feel the difference in the car already. Oh, yeah, I can feel how nice and smooth she feels. I should go get some takeout. I think I earned it. Today, I broke my ass, let me tell you. With a lot of stuff I'm not going to discuss on camera for obvious reasons, but suffice it to say, oh yeah, she feels so much better. Oh yeah, I could tell the car feels like it's driving on water. It feels like a boat. And it feels nice and balanced, but still all the fucking sensors are out of whack. Oh yeah, she drives real nice now. Should I get takeout? Or should I not get takeout? That is the question. Do the high beams work? Oh yeah, the high beams. Oh yeah, definitely those work. Slowly but surely, folks. Now I'm left with a dilemma. Because if he got the car electrically to this point, which is basically, what made me think maybe it's time to get rid of this son of a bitch. Man, it's giving me a lot to think about. No, but he told me himself, what are you, stupid? Don't get rid of your car. Don't get rid of your car. Keep your money in your pocket. We'll work something out. But like I said, when he routed around inside my... Oh! Fucking idiot. Thank God for quick reflexes, man. Let me tell you. People in North Carolina, when it comes to their fucking cars, if that's one thing I'll say about growing up in New York City, is that your heightened sense of your surroundings really comes in handy down here, because these people don't know what they're doing behind the wheel. A lot of it, like this guy, 35 miles an hour, and he's doing at least 50 or 60. Oh, I wish I was pointing the camera out by my windshield here. Oh my God, maybe I shouldn't be out in the road tonight. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Look at the gas prices. Thank God I filled up my car weeks ago. I still have more than 3/4 of a tank. It's almost $5 for a fucking gallon of gas. Holy shit, that's expensive. Yeah, I'm getting takeout, ladies and gentlemen. I think I earned it today. Yeah, it's been very busy. Very busy for me. Oh yeah, the car drives so much smoother. Like I can feel it's not like dragging its own ass. But I don't feel it rattling or shaking or any of that stuff, so it's a good sign so far, so good. So far, so good. Yeah, like I said, in my life, oh shit. Wow, they did away with, what was that, Office Depot or Staples or whatever that is. Oh shit, they did away with that quick. Take your victories where you can get them, man. I was not expecting my boy to come over and say, hey, listen, I'm not buying your car off you. I don't want you to sell your car either. Keep your car. Let me see what I can do with it. I'm one of those guys, I guess it's in the DNA. Most people of German origins or backgrounds are typically known as stubborn people, but, throughout the course of my life, I've kind of learned, when it comes to certain things, to give people an opportunity to kind of like sell you on an idea, and this was one of them. Man, but that Volkswagen that I saw, beautiful sedan for 10 grand. Oh, it looked gorgeous. But the option's still open, which is good. You know what I mean? But listen to that. Doesn't rattle, doesn't shake, doesn't do any of that like it was doing before. So whatever he did, and there's still more to come, so. But you know what? Even let's just say if he did really work some magic on this car, I don't regret selling those baseball cards or anything like that, because at the end of the day, at least I have money to draw upon. I look at the positives in this. So if I don't get a new car and he's able to at least get this thing to inspection status, I don't regret selling those baseball cards. I really don't. I don't regret really selling anything, to tell you the truth. Give me 1 second here, folks. At least it's not DoorDash.
Thank you for choosing Burger King where you will. Take a moment to go with menu. Someone will be right with you shortly. Thank you.
Yes, sir. May I have 6 bacon double cheeseburgers, please?
Holy. 6?
Yes, sir. I'm a big dude, man. I'm 6'1". I got hungry.
Alright, anything else?
No, sir. That's it.
27? He said, "No, no, no."
Thank you.
Really not.
That's pretty funny. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, I eat once a day these days, and it's almost always low fat, low calorie. You know, I'm allowed to spoil myself at least 1 or 2 nights a week. You know what I mean? I can do that. I'm allowed to. I just don't like the idea that I'm going to have to re-enable my lights here in my cabin. I got to print out a photo or a diagram of the inside computer and replace the fuse that takes care of the lights in the cabin here. The only problem with that is because the operating arm for the hatches broke. That's like a $300 part in and of itself. Now I'm going to talk to this guy again maybe tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's Bayern Munich versus PSG, so I'm pretty much going to be so. But yeah, I mean, like I said, take your victories where you can get them, folks. Take your victories where you can get them. Got very lucky. I'm very lucky I have the people I have in my life these days. You know, when you least expect it, man, all of a sudden people show up. I'm astonished this fella did what he did with my car today. Here we are at my Burger King. Friends and family are everything. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And you know, it's funny too. Like I was almost falling asleep early this afternoon. And all of a sudden, you know, I got my swim trunks on and I'm going through YouTube and I started nodding off. And then all of a sudden I heard this, like a light tap on my front door at my apartment. And I'm like, oh shit, look who showed up unexpectedly. Splash water on my face and get dressed and then go run outside and help this guy out. So, like I said, some of the lights are on now that weren't on. The dashboard lights are on.
Oh, the rig.
And it's a nice night out too.
Hey, sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good.
286. I genuinely thought it was not
Thank you. What's that for?
Oh, my bad. Oh, I'm sorry. No person. We got 6 of big doubles.
Can pull it up.
Right there.
You got the 6 bacon doubles?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I see you all the time when I come over here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, folks, if I'm a little distracted. Well, like I said, we'll see what happens here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, now that he did what he did in the engine of the car and he found out all this electrical stuff has been going on and that there's probably a ground issue and cross connections and all that stuff, I'm not going to... Because what's funny is I found the inspection paperwork from last year around this time. Thank you very much. Oop, you take care. And I'm not putting blame on the mechanic, but it just seems very odd. Even when we went to AutoZone today to go source out the part to see if we could replace it, it doesn't match the model of my car, which is bizarre. Did I just rhyme? Did I do a beat? Let me throw out all this trash because him and I left bottles of water and Gatorade and all that shit in here. The car might be a mess, but I still like to keep it clean. I don't know, folks. I don't know. And that Volkswagen looked fucking awesome. I don't want to say or claim that I sold off my cards for nothing because I mean the car runs. It's not rattling. It's not rocking. It's not bobbing around. The fan, I can hear the fan running, but it shuts off and the car goes off because that was what was draining the battery. I got a tough decision to make. Do I at least, because that was something he suggested too, is like, you know, get the car to at least operating condition where it could pass inspection. And then you'll probably get more bang for your buck that way. Or don't even bother buying a new car because I don't drive this thing long distance anyway. I don't go anywhere. She does ride smoother, I can say that much. She does ride nice and smooth now. I don't feel that wobbling in the car. It's not just because I pumped up the car tires, but clearly, just that first little tinkering that he did really, I could feel the difference in the car already. So now I got to decide, keep it or lose it. And I got to check my eBay account anyway to see if the King Griffey Jr. money cleared. Because that'll definitely put me way, way above my goal of what I was trying to raise. I mean, how many people can say they could pay cash for a thing like that? That's a humble brag, by the way. I can't help myself here, folks. I normally don't eat in my car, but cheers, as Google Foods would say. Oh, that's glorious. Yeah, she rides nice and smooth. It's much, much smoother than it was before. I'm going to take the long way, just so I can tell myself I know I drove the car at least a little bit tonight. Sorry if I'm not too talkative, folks. Just you know, like I said, I had a real busy day today. Got a lot accomplished today. You know, and then like I said, this guy came over and surprised me saying, fuck that, I'm not going to let you just sell your car, dude. I think that's stupid. Yeah, I can feel the difference in her. She's not rocking, bobbing, twisting, rattling. She's not struggling. There's the police right there, I think. Yeah, they're doing their, especially along this road here, they're looking for speeders. Charlotte lately has had a problem with street takeovers. Down here in South Charlotte, where I live by the South Carolina border, there are a lot of dead roads. And quarter mile to 1 mile straight roads like this one, where a lot of these young guys, they come and set up and they race each other, and then they'll find parking lots and start doing donuts and all that kind of shit. So the police have really been cracking down on that stuff. There goes roller skate girl. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some WD-40 or goo on and get all that residue off the back of my car from all them freaking political stickers I had on this car. And it looks nice now without having my fucking car. It looks like my car used to look like an old suitcase. I did that with my previous vehicle, but it looked really dumb. Mr. Mickey's outside. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. She got out of rehab, and she's probably locked out of her apartment, man. I'm not getting fucking mixed up with that. No, sir. How's my... She's out for the night, probably. Mr. Mickey's out there doing his thing. You know what? I'm going to drive this thing around one lap just to tell myself that I know I drove the car. Oh, man. Yeah, whatever he did electrically, I don't feel the car stumbling. I don't feel it hesitating. I don't feel it doing this thing like it was. Well, the airbag hasn't blown up in my face, so that's a good thing, right? I would think that's a great thing. Well, now the real test is to leave the car with the battery terminals plugged in. Yeah, see, I don't hear that. When my car is idle, you would hear the fan spinning like crazy. The fan is spinning, but you don't hear it like, so that's what I mean, because when I was looking up the parts list, there's a code and a factory number. It's an OEM part. You guys are out there fucking partying hardy, man. Holy shit. But anyway, you know, there's an OEM number and then a part number, and I kept looking it up, and the one that kept popping up was different than what's in my car. Even the guy at AutoZone was like, they don't match. The terminals are the same for the electric, but the design of the particular part just doesn't match. It doesn't make sense. But home sweet home. But at least the thing drives, and that's what I'm happy about. I couldn't be any happier. But now again, I'm left at one of those forks in the road that usually crosses my path. Do I get a new car still and get this thing just enough to pass inspection, get it to work proper? That's good because the alarm works. You hear that? That's the what do they call that? Oh, there's a name for that particular alarm. When you're in close quarters or something, there's a specific name that they use for that. But that works, so that's a good sign because that didn't work before for a while. I hope you folks don't mind me chomping down another one of these cheeseburgers. Oh man, I barely ate anything all fucking day today. Cheers, guys. I'm glad today is. Thank you. Proximity sensor. Thank you very much for that. Yes. Like in the military, with like submarines with sonar and all that kind of stuff. When they ping other subs or anything that's in the water, proximity alarm. Thank you for that. I brain fart sometimes. We got to try it again. Let's see. I love that. The fan doesn't run. There's no knocking in the engine. So whatever he did, and I tried to stay away from him because I didn't want to be, I worked in construction for many years. I didn't want to stand over his shoulders. I kind of like sat in my car and walked around. Actually, one of my senior citizen neighbors was having some trouble carrying some stuff around, so I ran over there to go help him. But whatever he did, oh, well, look at this now. What's on? Now my steering wheel lights just came on, and that didn't happen before. Resume, set, off, on, okay. Media, volume controls. So you cats can see what I'm looking at. Let me see here. What's that looking like? Okay, I got plenty of juice. I gotta take this out because my phone was not all charged up. So now you can see, you'll see what I'm looking at. So these lights weren't on, and they just came on like right now. Now you see all of that. That's my heads up display for the car. And he was telling me that this is all probably because of bad grounding or just the wiring is all screwed up or whatever it is, but everything else is lit. This is lit. Everything here is lit like it's supposed to be. Now the cabin lights above my head, I disabled them by going underneath where my left leg is. All of this is now lit, which is cool. But yeah, a lot of this stuff is working that didn't work before, which is great. And I'm going to turn all this off here and then put it back on, and poof, there it is. It came right on. Look at that. And that's me doing that. I'm dimming this. So now all of this should, there we go. Okay, that works. That didn't work before. God bless people that understand cars, because I don't know shit about cars, But yeah, this is all, he was telling me this is most likely a cross connection somewhere. Excuse me, but we'll see when we reach that point. Tomorrow's another day anyway, so. Ooh, excuse me. I think this cheeseburger doesn't want to cooperate with my belly. I just want to let the car run for a little bit more, just to make sure. But I like the fact that the alarm works now. That wasn't working. The remote control for the car doors, that works now. because I was locking the doors manually. Take your victories where you can get them, folks. This is quite literally the first meal I had all day today. Now, as soon as I woke up right out of the gate, I had paperwork I had to do. I had some cleanup I had to do. I got my eBay orders out. Whatever I had. Did some food shopping. I got to start going through my apartment and that's Walmart. Start reorganizing a little bit more and start consolidating some stuff. There's going to be more listings I'm going to put up on eBay. Yeah, and again, I'm trying to stay away from the Red Bulls late at night and stick to the seltzer water or juices and stuff like that. I got a bad habit of drinking Red Bulls late at night. I got to stop that. But I got 4 cases of the stuff at home. Go figure, right? But I got to see what's going to happen with content here on the channel, because with all the stuff that's been going on and the distractions and everything else that I've been having to kind of like refocus my attention on, it's been tough for me to sit down and do a review. Like I got so much stuff to review now at this point. Like it's hard to just, you know, make decisions like what to do, when to do it. There goes Uber. I need a haircut. My hair is getting a little too long for my own good. I'm tempted to eat another cheeseburger, but those two already, like, I'll probably have them for a snack. And it's still early yet. Holy shit. It's only 9:30. Well, I hope you folks are doing all right. Power Glide for my Transformers viewers out there should be here Wednesday. I think they shipped it DHL, and DHL is a little funny with their shipping. It was supposed to be here today, and then it got held up somewhere along the way, so it delayed it by 2 days. So it's supposed to be here by Wednesday. I got Krennics that I ordered. The new Shockwave, Studio Series Shockwave. What else? Skywarp. Yeah. Studio Series Skywarp. You know, I'm going to drive around a little bit more. Why not? I can do that. Right, folks? Let's go take one more little drive. It's too nice of a night, and you know, I want to sit on my patio and all, but you know, now that I can at least drive this thing, I mean, I don't want to wander off too far, but oh, I can hear it. Nice smooth gear shifting also. Here we go again. Take a small drive around town. It's so funny because I'm always used to seeing my buddy John's car parked over here, but he took off, moved out. I think him and his new girl are going to do fine, because he said he was talking to some lady friend of his. But good for him. Good for him. Whoa. Well, yeah, I could tell it. My car has lots of air in the tires and it bounces like that. This thing's like a bouncy castle. Okay. Oh yeah, she's riding. She rides well. She rides really well. Oh, there she goes again. She's funny. She's the only person I've ever seen in so many years ride rollerblades. I used to love rollerblading as a kid. See, I would love to start rollerblading or bike riding and all that stuff, and I tell myself I would do it, and then life gets in the way and you end up just talking a lot of shit. It's like New Year's resolutions, you know what I mean? It is so gorgeous out here, folks. It is beautiful. It is a very beautiful night out here tonight. And I hope you're all having an incredible night. I know I am. You know, now with this revelation with my buddy, with what he did here with my car, now I'm left with a real tough decision. I mean, he's supposed to be coming back tomorrow or during the week. You know, I told him, listen, it's no rush. I don't need the car. You know, if I have to order out food, or order out for food, I should say, you know, I can always do DoorDash. If I need to order stuff from Walmart, I got the app on my phone. You know, it's not a big deal or a big emergency. You know, I can live without my car for a while, so. But now that begs the question, after all is said and done, and now I sold off those cards, it never hurts to have the extra money, you know, but do I regret selling them? Absolutely not. But, you know, you start looking at things, it's weird because I got that weird way of thinking. Like, I look at things in hindsight. You know, they always say hindsight's always 20/20. I always look at things with a bit of hindsight attached to it. You know, but at the end of the day, when it comes to just about everything and anything in life, you got to keep going forward, man. You know, when everything happened with my ex, I moved on. I had my 48 to 72 hours of grief. I accepted what happened. Certain things are, you know, more easily acceptable than others. You know, I should go. I got time. I should get window washing fluid for my car. Not tonight. I can. It's still early yet. But I got that weird way of thinking. Like, you know, if that's one thing I will call myself an asshole for, is sometimes like I get a little too analytical for my own good and I start thinking in probability. I guess that's just chalking up experience, life experience, you know. Oh, you know what? I didn't test the AC. Let's see if the AC, because I did try it for a little bit. Okay, the windows are closed. Let's see. Fans. I probably have to change the filter. I got extra filters for this thing. Oh yeah, that's coming out cold already. Holy shit. Well, I did wrap special insulation around the condensate line for this thing, which technically you don't have to do, but I did anyway, so it gets colder much faster. Oh yeah, oh shit. There's still a little rattling going on. I don't want to floor it because I'm trying to be that guy. I mean, it's a 45-mile-an-hour limit here where I'm driving, so speedometer works okay. This guy's a fucking dickhead. Like half his truck is out on the damn road. Real geniuses. I don't know how people get driver's licenses down here. I wish they implemented what they did in South Carolina. It's, I believe, a misdemeanor, points on your license plus heavy-duty fines if you're caught driving with a device in your hand behind the wheel. South Carolina is much more conservative than it is here. It's way more conservative than it is here in North Carolina, and they don't take no shit. See what happens if I drop the temperature down to 60. Oh, yeah, boy. Ooh, it's gonna be cold vehicle. Damn, that's cold. Holy jeez. Oh man, is that AC cold? Them guys are still standing there. I passed by here about a half hour ago at the bus stop. Buses here suck. That's why you need a car. You know, one little factoid is I have not taken public transportation here where I live since day one. I moved to Charlotte. So the AC is good. I'm not even going to try to heat. I'm probably going to have to change the filter. I do got filters in the back of my car there, so I can safely say the AC works well. Works really well. Very impressed with what he did in one day. Don't you fucking sell your car. What are you, stupid? I don't want to see you sell your car. You've been through too much bullshit already. You know, keep your car. I owe you a lot. Let me do this and do that. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. No, I don't like being put on the spot like that. Most people enjoy getting their... There are people that have a fetish for having people kiss their ass like that. I don't. Oof, somebody's driving with a bowl in their car. You can tell, like, everybody fucking smokes weed down here. I don't. Drive smooth. It really does drive a lot smoother. Like I said, whatever he did, whatever electrical magic he did, I can't believe how much smoother the car rides. Well, I hope you ladies and gentlemen are enjoying this random live stream tonight. I gotta say, I'm quite impressed by what he did with my car here tonight. So now that's going to leave me with a question what to do by the end of the week, you know, depending on his schedule now. At least if there's an emergency, I can drive the thing. Problem is that I would have to use this sparingly until I get it fully inspected, so that this way everything's done by the book. But even a mechanic over here, as a matter of fact, the place I got my car inspected where it failed is literally right behind, well, now off to my right here. Said that, you know, being that you put a new battery in, it's going to take a while for your car to recognize the battery. Somebody walking, yeah. Ooh. I think that's about enough for tonight. I'm just hoping that when I wake up tomorrow, depending on how tomorrow goes, that this car doesn't fucking die. You know, I'm so used to popping a hood and disconnecting the battery from the car. He was actually telling me it might be wise to add a kill switch to the car just in case. And that'd be a nice safety feature too, to have a kill switch buried someplace in the car that only I would know. Well, obviously, he's the installer, so he would know too, but you know what I mean. But now that he did that, tomorrow when I have some time, I'm going to plug the fuses back in for the overhead here inside the cabin, so that this way I can have everything nice and lit. And if that happens, that'll be another bonus, that when I shut off the car, the lights go off with it too. Take your victories where you can get them, folks. Little victories, little things like that matter. Always, always, always. Now watch, somebody's going to pick apart my words. That motherfucker and the racist and anti-Semitic fucking Wally. He lied to everybody. I have every right to change my mind. I have every right to alter the course of my life. Oh, that's so nice. Yep, the proximity sensor, as you call it, works well. That's good. That's a good safety feature that was not working on this car for a long time. Yep, okay. That goes off. Everything dimmed in here. Okay. Let's see what happens. It's quiet. Everything lit up inside. Oh, shit. Look at that. All right, so here's what I might as well show this to you guys. I'm very impressed with what this man did in one day. So you're going to see everything I'm about to see using the car's remote. So I'm going to unlock the doors, and everything lights up like it's supposed to, with the exception of the overhead cabin lights. That's awesome. That's what's supposed to happen. That wasn't happening before. Cool. Very cool, which means I can safely lock my car. But over here, this is my Bluetooth adapter, because this car is from 2008, so it's a little older. I'm going to leave that out just in case if it's a battery drain. But, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A stroke of luck. Always expect the unexpected when good things fall in your lap. I'm very, very, very happy But now this begs the question, do I get it fixed up just enough that I can get this car inspected in the proper and then sell it off and get another set of wheels, or just do like what my friend said, hold on to my money. You know, I'll throw him a bone when the time is right, keep the car, drive it, you know, only when I need to. Man, it's another one of those weird life decisions, I guess. But thank you to the spirit of the Lord above and my dad, my granddad, for watching out for me again. Very, 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 very impressed. Very impressed. It looked like there was an electrical octopus coming out from underneath the hood of my car, man. I don't understand anything that goes beyond my steering wheel as far as the internals is concerned. All right, guys, I'm going to go upstairs and call it a night. This was a very, very long day. I'm very tired. There's a lot of stuff going on today. And hopefully, man, I got to start making content. And this sucks. You know, I'm not used to doing videos and not doing shorts or anything like that. But, you know, this week I'm going to be busy. You know, tomorrow I'm giving myself a whole day off. I'm going to be watching Bayern Munich play PSG tomorrow. I think the game is tomorrow. It should be tomorrow. And we'll see what goes down. God bless everybody. Take care. I got some cheeseburgers to polish off. I'll see you folks around. God bless you all.